Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today starts another reading vlog, so stay tuned. So we are in the final days of July. This is like the final push for completing the Summertime Reads Readathon challenges. And at this point, I'm falling a little behind. I have so much left to read for this month. It's absurd. But I can tell you what my goal for this month is, or for these last few days, because I'm currently in the middle of 5 different books. So I'm working on Karenina. I will get this finished. I'm on page 462 of this, so I still have this much to listen to. I did start last week the Giver graphic novel, and I got to page 71 of this. On Sunday, I started buddy reading The Lightning Thief, the first in the Percy Jackson and Olympian series by Rick Riordan. And on Sunday, I got to page 57, but I have already done my reading for today, and I'm currently on page 149 of this. This is going by really quickly. I still haven't finished the group read. Oh, it's a reread for me, so I was able to like go into the live show without having to worry about spoilers or anything. But I'm still on page 369 of this. And then flunked by Jen Kalenita, I'm on page 123 of this. So my goal is to at least complete these 5. And then, if at all possible, there's at least 2 more that I really, no, 3 more, 4 more. There's so many more that I need to read. I still, let's see. Let me pull up my challenges here. Okay. Challenge number 1 is Tired of Quarantine, Let's Go Glamping. For that, I was supposed to be reading Two-Way Street, and I haven't read that yet. So that's one I need to try to read. Ooh. I can count this for it because there's camping, because Camp Half-Blood, that counts. I'm counting it. Okay. Challenge number 2 was Delayed Pride. I was going to read a different Caleb Rorig book for that, The Fell of Dark, but I'm counting Death Prefers Blondes for that, doubling up with that one. Dirty 30, I'm counting Death Prefers Blondes for that as well, as one of Clint's favorites. Let's see, Stars and Stripes, red, white, and or blue on the cover. I was supposed to read Hanging by a Thread, but I can totally count Anna Karenina for that because it's got white and blue. Actually, I could count The Giver for that because it has white, blue, and red on the cover. So there we go. Hey, at this point, these 5 right here can complete all of these. Challenge number 5 is Late Night Fireworks, something I'm excited about. For that one, I was supposed to be reading Rage and Ruin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I'm really excited about that book. I was also really excited about this one. Rereading this, and I've had so much fun rereading it. I can kind of count Death Prefers Blondes as that one. Though I still have to read Rage and Ruin for my Wheel of TBR. But anyway. Let's see. Number 6, Backyard Barbecue. Read a book with food on the cover. Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder. Already completed that. But I can also use Flunked for that. Travel Abroad. Read a book set in a different country. I read Dragonfly and Amber. Summer Fling. 200 pages or less. I actually read 3 different things that would count for that. And I think The Giver probably has less than 200 pages, so I could probably count this as well. Yeah, it does. But I read The Great Gatsby, Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons, and Back to the Future, Tales from the Time Train. So all of those counted. 98 Degrees, read a steamy book. I was supposed to read Fixer Up by Tessa Bailey. Do I have anything that'll work for that? Well, there's definitely some steamy parts in this. And there's definitely steamy parts in Dragonfly and Amber. I'm counting it. I'm counting it. Okay, challenge number 10 is take a dip. Read a book with water on the cover. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. The Lightning Thief, there's water on the cover. Then we've got Summer Job, read a book over 400 pages. I've already done that with Air of Fire, but Anna Karenina totally does that. And so does Death Prefers Blondes, because it's over 400 pages as well. And then the group book was Death Prefers Blondes. So I can kind of say that I've completed all the challenges if I can manage these 5. But it is the 27th. So I have the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. So I have 5 days to complete these 5 books. I think I can do it. I hope I can. Sorry if I'm like looking super white right now, but my computer's here in front of me because I was just filming something where I needed my computer. But yeah. Wish me luck. I have a feeling this week is going to be crazy with trying to cram all these books in. Oh, and at this point it's like 4:15, so I don't have a huge amount of time left for today to do reading. I had some running around that I had to do, and I still have more running around that I have to do. Hello, Sasha. She came to say hi. But while I was out, I went by Books A Million, because the closest Books A Million to me, they're actually closing that store. And so everything is 20% off. It's going to go down lower later, but they're going to be open until like the end of this year. So there's still plenty of time for them to drop prices. But I decided to go ahead and, you know, browse around just a little bit, see if there was anything I wanted to pick up. And of course there was. So my non-book items, well, one of them's kind of a book. It's a journal. That is this cute little Taurus journal. And then they also have some Taurus face masks. Well, they have face masks for all the different ones, but I got a Taurus one. This one says essential lavender oil, collagen, and French clay. So yeah, I picked those up. And then for my bookish items, I got like 7 more books because I need more books, right? I picked up A Werewolf in Riverdale by Caleb Rohrig because I think I just want to read everything by him. And this is relatively short. It's only like 296 pages. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And then he mentioned another series that this other author wrote, and for some reason, I can't recall why, they can't write the final book in the series, and he was asked to write the last book. So they had 3 of the 4 books that are already out of this series, and then Caleb is writing the 5th book in this series. So I went ahead and got these 3. So we have book 1, which is The Day Before. It's a prequel to the actual series, but yeah, it's a Riverdale series. This is, it says, in the early morning hours on the 4th of July, a gunshot rings out in Sweetwater River, turning the sleepy town of Riverdale upside down. What did life look like the day before everything changed? Before Jason Blossom went missing, 4 teens were taking advantage of their summer freedom. Archie was in love, Betty was conquering her LA internship, Veronica was running Manhattan, and Jughead was just trying to get by. Told from alternating points of view, this prequel novel set in the Riverdale universe explores what life was like the day before it all changed forever. And then book 2 is Get Out of Town. And these are by Mikkel Ostow. They look cool. And then they didn't have book 3, which is The Maple Murders. And then book 4 is Death of a Cheerleader. And then Caleb is writing book 5, and that's supposed to be out in October of this year. And then I also picked up The Merciless Four Last Rites by Danielle Vega. I have the rest of this series. Granted, I have it all in paperback, but ooh, I thought this was a dust jacket. This is actually made like this, which is pretty cool. This is a series Xander's interested in reading. I mean, I'm interested in reading it too, but I know it's about, at least the first book is about this group of girls that believe this other girl is possessed and they're going to exorcise her demons, but really they're just torturing this girl. And then I also got this gorgeous book. It's Irish Fairy Tales, and it's illustrated by Arthur Rackman, John D. Batten, and others. And look how pretty this is. It's just gorgeous. It says mischievous fairies, giants, banshees, pukas, fearsome goddesses, mysterious sea people, leprechauns, changelings. From tales of bewitched butter to the legendary feats of Finn McCool and Cuchulainn, Ireland has long enjoyed the culture rich in storytelling, brought to life with vivid classic illustrations from the turn of the 20th century. Some of the most treasured stories are gathered here in an anthology that breathes with the myth and enchantment it celebrates. And I thought this would just be really, really cool to have. And it was on sale anyway for like $10, and then everything's 20% off. So I got this for $8. It's definitely densely packed. Oh, here's some of the illustrations. I'm excited to read this. I think it would be cool if I like read a little bit of this each month, because I'm hoping to go there next summer. Since I couldn't go this summer, I think this would be really cool. Anyway, that's the last of the books that I picked up for my little Books A Million adventure. Have you guys read any of them? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I'm gonna go for now because I have another errand to run, and before I do that, I need to get a little bite to eat. So I will talk to you later. So it is Wednesday, July 29th, and I need to catch you up because I have gotten quite a bit of reading done. I've done a lot in these past few days, but like mostly it was filming, editing, cleaning the house, that kind of stuff, but I did get quite a bit of reading done. So I've continued with my buddy read of The Lightning Thief, and I'm on page 283 now, so I only have this much left. And yesterday I actually finished reading The Giver graphic novel. It was really, really good. I understand why in the movie they made the character older. The 12s, they made them more like 12th graders instead of 12-year-olds. I personally think that was a better choice than them being 12-year-olds because, I don't know, it just kind of seems odd. If you don't know what The Giver's about, it's about a community where everyone is kind of the same and nobody sees color, nobody experiences like heightened emotions. They all have to use very precise language. Their spouses are chosen for them, their child is chosen for them and placed with them, and their jobs are chosen for them, all of that. Everybody has a very bland, same life, and they think that it's safer that way. But then you have one person that is like the keeper of all of the memories, and they know everything from the past all the way up to now, and that includes snow and hills and colors and war and starvation and just everything. But they hold these memories so that none of the others have to, and nobody else experiences the pain or any of this other stuff. And our main character, Jonas, he is at the ceremony of the 12s. When he turns into a 12, he is chosen to be the next giver or the next receiver. And there's only one that is the keeper of the memories. And so he has to go, and he is given these memories from the giver. And he is questioning everything about his society, and he doesn't believe that the way they do things is right, and he doesn't like the sameness. But then there are also times when he is like, okay, yeah, I understand why this is the way it is, because yeah, what if they were given the option to have choices, if they could have choices, they might make the wrong choices, and that would be dangerous. He also discovers a darker side that nobody even realizes is a dark side. So at a certain point, old people are released into the elsewhere. Also, people who get in trouble 3 times, they're released into the elsewhere. Or babies that don't do well up to a certain point, they're released to the elsewhere. Also, if there are identical twins, whichever one is the lower weight gets released into the elsewhere, because they can't have 2 people that look identical. And Jonas learns that releasing is not just them going to another place. They're actually killing them. And there's been a baby that was brought into their home for some extra care, and it's been determined that he's going to be released, and Jonas doesn't want that to happen. This was really good. I think I give this 4 stars. But yeah, like I said, in here, and I guess in the original novel, Jonas is a 12-year-old. In the movie, Jonas is more like a 17-year-old, but I can understand how they, interpreted it as like maybe a 12th grader type thing, because once you become a 12, you start training as an adult. And there are birth mothers, that's their job, and as a birth mother they have 3 years where they produce 3 children, and then they're turned into a laborer. And I'm just thinking, that's making little girls that are 12 years old, if they started this right away, from 12 to 15, they're having children. I don't know if that's the case or what, but still, the way the movie interpreted it, I think, was a little bit better. So I finished this yesterday. And then this morning I went for a walk around my neighborhood, and before that I had gotten to page 701 of Anna Karenina, so only this much left. And during my walk I finished Anna Karenina, and I give this 2 stars. I'm not a fan. So this starts out with Anna's brother has cheated on his wife, and she's distraught. The kids are distraught, and Anna comes in and says a few words to the wife and convinces the wife to forgive him. And then other characters we have are Kitty and a guy named Levin, who's just been in love with Kitty and wants to propose to her. But Kitty's mother wants her to go with this man, I think his name's Blonsky. And Blonsky's better off, more well-to-do than Levin. And even though Kitty likes Levin, she's gonna go with Blonsky. So when Levin tries to get around to proposing to her, she kind of shuts him down. And then turns out Blonsky isn't interested in Kitty that way and kind of drops her and goes for Anna. And now Kitty hates Anna. Kitty is depressed because she has nobody now. And fast forward later, Levin realizes none of that happened and he got another chance with Kitty. He does propose and she says yes and woohoo, everything's great, but not really, because Levin's decided that he's bored. So I guess he has a lot of problems with Kitty because he's like, she's perfect, she's wonderful, and then they get married and he's like, oh, she's so boring, and I guess it's because of her lack of education. And so, you know, when she's not doing anything, he's just like, this is so boring and I'm wasting away. And then his brother gets really sick and Kitty steps up and she does all of these good things and she's taking great care of his brother. And, you know, she's showing how smart she is and all of this. But then Levin is angry because he's not happy with her doing all of this. So he wasn't happy when she wasn't doing anything, and he's not happy when she is doing things. And then he's just bored with life, and his brother tells him, hey, go sleep with the maid servants or whatever, because as long as it doesn't interrupt your household, it's okay. I don't think Levin actually ever does that, but there's a lot that drives me crazy. Okay, and now Kitty hates Anna because Anna got Blonsky. And Anna is like, she won't let her husband go. Like, he wants a divorce, but she's like, no. And at the same time, she's holding on to Blonsky, and they end up having a kid together, and she leaves her husband, but won't let him have a divorce, and goes off with Blonsky. And then Blonsky really wants to marry her because he wants, you know, her to have his name and their children to have his name and for his children to carry on his family line and all of this stuff. And she seems to think that it's, I don't know, Anna is messed up in drugs. She starts getting super paranoid. She thinks everybody hates her. And I mean, yeah, some people do, but she thinks everybody's out to try to make her miserable. And she thinks Blonsky is not interested in her anymore and that he's cheating on her and he likes all these other women. And she starts threatening to kill herself to punish him. And she also starts thinking about taking Kitty's husband because he seemed a little interested, and she's just looking for payback, I guess. And she's just super paranoid, and I was not a fan of this book because it's like everybody is cheating on everybody, and yeah. So I have completed these two, and I'm hoping maybe by the end of this week I can complete 5 more. We'll see. Now I'm going to go and start editing another video. I need to edit my wheel of TBR that I just recently filmed. And I'll talk to you later. So, it's a little steamy. It's quite humid outside. It is Thursday, July 30th. Hold on, let me wipe you off. So it is Thursday, July 30th. Xander and I are about to go to a doctor's appointment for him. It's just a well check thing, so nothing to worry about. I did bring books along. So last night I finished Death of First Blondes. Again, this was a reread, so I already knew how it was going to end, but this book is so good. It was hard to like try to read quickly through it, and which is why I didn't finish it on time, because it's a book that you just want to savor. It is that amazing. And I gave it 5 stars the first time I read it. I'm giving it 5 stars again. It's wonderful. If you want to hear more thoughts and all of that, go and check out the live show. I'll link that up here with Caleb, the author. He's amazing. This book is amazing. I highly recommend it. And I also carried along with me Flunked by Jen Karenina, because I'm on page 123 and I'd like to possibly try to complete this today. I'm probably also going to complete The Lightning Thief today as well. And yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. Back on track a little bit. Granted, I'm not going to finish everything that I was supposed to originally finish this month, but the ones that I'm trying to do now, I think I got this. Say hi, Xander.
Hello.
He sounds like such a man now.
I'm tired.
Behind these eyes, secret signs. Behind your walls, broken doors. A single rose, a thorn will grow. Tell me your fears, they'll stay right here. You're in so deep, you feel my skin on top of yours. Can we begin? You're in so deep, you shoot too much. Loving me is a little rough. I want you to love me. I want you to hurt me. I want you to save me. I want you to love me. I want you to hurt me. I want you to save me.
Dive in. You might never see the bottom, but the mystery is awesome. Don't let me be forgotten. A single rose, a thorn will grow. Tell me your fears, they stay right here. You're in so deep, you feel my skin on top of yours. Can we begin? You're in so deep, you see too much. Loving me is a little rough. I want you to love me. I want you to hurt me. I want you to save me. I want you to love me. I want you to hurt me. I want you to save me.
So I'm sitting at my desk, my new little setup here in my library, and I love it. Oh my goodness. I didn't think to start like recording us putting it together until it was almost all the way put together, but Marty helped me and I love this so much. It's actually like an artist slash, I guess, drafter desk. And, but I just thought it'd be perfect for like sitting here and filming like unboxings, and I can like tilt the camera down and stuff. Let me actually tilt the camera up a little bit. But yeah, I love my little setup here. So I'm like a little sweaty and gross right now because I just got back from doing my little walk for the day. Yeah, it's like almost 11 o'clock at night and it's freaking hot outside. So it's apparently 82 but feels like 88 with 74% humidity. It's like walking through soup out there. I'm so hot. So I did get some of the reading done today that I thought I would get done. I said I thought I'd finish The Lightning Thief, and I did. I really enjoyed this. I think I'm going to give this a 4. I really, really liked it. There's not really anything that I thought was wrong with it. It just, getting a 5-star is really hard for me. Like, I have to really, like, just, oh, I've got to love it with all of my heart. It's got to spark some fierce emotion, and this was just, it was a lot of fun. I did really enjoy it, and I give it 4 stars. I think everybody knows what The Lightning Thief is about, but just in case you don't, Percy Jackson finds out that he is a half-blood, a demigod. He is the son of Poseidon, and he discovers that there's a camp for kids like him, and this is all kind of like mind-blowing for him because he's like, this just doesn't seem real. And apparently Zeus is really angry with Poseidon because Zeus believes that Poseidon made Percy steal Zeus's lightning bolt, and Poseidon thinks Hades actually stole the lightning bolt and is trying to get Zeus and Poseidon into a fight. And so Poseidon sends Percy on a quest to reclaim the lightning bolt and, you know, solve all this. And yeah, I can't really say anything other than that without spoilers. But I mean, again, I'm really, really late getting on the Percy Jackson bus, so everybody I think knows about this. But yeah, 4 stars. I did continue with Flunked. I took Xander and his little friend to, we have this park close by our house that there's like a beach and all of this stuff on the river, and let them go swimming, and it kind of rained on our little parade. We were gonna do more. They had this huge inflatable like obstacle course thing, and they were gonna do that, but because of the weather they couldn't. But anyway, while the boys swam, I was reading Flunked, and I got to page 206. So I have just, let's see, like 38 pages left. I'm probably not gonna finish this tonight because I'm gonna go to bed here in just a few minutes, but I'll finish this tomorrow. And I actually started another book. One second. So I needed another audiobook to listen to, and I found the audiobook of Little Women. This one's narrated by Laura Dern and a full cast, and oh my goodness. Okay, I didn't think I was going to enjoy Little Women, and after my last few classics, and most of the classics I've been reading recently have been just either okay or I didn't like them. And I'm loving Little Women so far. Like, I was listening to this and I just couldn't stop smiling while I was listening to it. It's just like, this book is like a hug, and I'm loving it. I'm currently on page 81 and it's so good. Honestly, I don't really know too much about what Little Women's about, except for these 4 sisters Joe, Joe, Meg, Amy, and Beth, and about the boy across the street named Lawrence or Lori. And I have to say, at this point, Joe is definitely my favorite. I love Joe. Like, if I had to pick one of the characters that I would say is, you know, I'm most like, I would probably say Joe. She's great. Also, love Lori. But oh my gosh, poor Meg and her hair. There's a part, you know, pretty close to the beginning. Like I said, I'm only on page 81, where they're getting ready to go to this New Year's party, and Joe, not knowing anything about doing the girly hair stuff, she goes to try to curl Meg's hair using some like really hot tongs and her hair between paper, and she's got the tongs too hot, and when she pulls the paper away, Meg's hair goes with it. And yeah, that oh, nightmare. But this book is just so sweet and I love it. And I'm really glad, because I was beginning to think it was just classics in general I wasn't a fan of, but it's just the ones I've picked I haven't been a fan of. But this one I am. Though this, okay, so this was part of my July TBR, but I've done my like wheel of TBR and all of that for August already, and I've already kind of counted that I'm doing this in August, even though it was supposed to be done in July. And so I'm actually going to be using this for one of my N.E.W.T.s, so I can't get too much into it just yet, because I'm not supposed to have started it until the 1st, but I think it's okay. We're close enough. We're 2 days away. And this will take me a while to get through anyway. Maybe. I might end up binging it. But I'm probably just going to sit and read for a few minutes until I have to go to bed. In like 8 minutes. And then tomorrow I have a day of filming. So I'll probably listen to more of this while I'm getting myself ready tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So it is Friday, July 31st, which means today is the last day of the Summertime Reads Readathon. And it's been so fun. I've really enjoyed it. I absolutely loved the live show. It was amazing. This week, I definitely got a good bit of reading knocked out this week, which I'm happy about. And I guess you can say, in a roundabout way, I completed all of the challenges. Some I ended up having to double up on in order to do that. But today I did actually finish Flunked by Jen Karenina, and I give this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Ooh, I may need to do it again. This is a fairy tale reform school. Our main character, Jillian, she is the daughter of a woman that lives in a shoe that has so many children she doesn't know what to do. And in order to help feed her family, she steals from the royals and gets caught one too many times and gets sent to the fairy tale reform school, where former villains like the wicked stepmother or the evil queen or the big bad wolf, they are teachers in this school. And they're apparently reformed and now trying to teach potential delinquents and potential villains to become heroes. Except not all these villains are quite as reformed as they say. And this was a lot of fun. 4 stars. Today I did continue listening a little bit more to Little Women, but when I said I was going to listen to it while I was like doing my hair and makeup and stuff, I didn't. I watched a lot of BookTube. I had a lot of catching up to do, so I was watching that while I was getting ready. But I did get a little bit more in this. I'm on page 97 now, and I really like Marmee. She's such a good mom, and I love her little experiment that she did with the girls. I had a lot of fun this morning too, because I premiered my new series, and if I haven't already linked it above, I'll link that up above now. You should definitely go check that out. I think it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I enjoyed like chatting with everybody while we were watching it together. And that first reaction, well, looking back at my old book hauls, that first book haul was only 10 books, but I have seen, without like seeing what the books are, I've seen that my September one is like 26 books, my September 2017 haul, and my October 2017 haul, I saw just from the thumbnail, like all of the books are faced like this in the thumbnail in that one, but it says 40 plus books. I'm really hoping that I've read a lot of those. Yeah. But that's really it for today. I'm going to, I think, kind of call this a night. And I was going to end this vlog here because it's the end of the month, and then start a new vlog tomorrow because of the N.E.W.T.s. But I think I'm just going to continue this and have my N.E.W.T.s start in this vlog as well. So tomorrow starts the N.E.W.T.s. Though I think tomorrow I have a lot of editing to do, so I don't know how much reading I'll get done. But we'll see. And yeah, that's it for now. And I will talk to you tomorrow. So it is Sunday, August 2nd. I totally meant to vlog some yesterday because I was like, I had thoughts and feelings. Oh, hello, Tigger. I had thoughts and feelings on Little Women. So yesterday I went on one of my walks, and I was listening to Little Women along the way, and it got to the part, well, oh gosh, I don't want to say something because I know that there are other people that haven't read it that may read it, and so I don't want to spoil anything, but there was a part when one of the girls was sick, and it was very emotional. And while I'm out on my walking through my neighborhood, this book was making me cry. This book is so good. I love it. Like, I don't think I've like felt like this about a classic since like Alice in Wonderland, I think. I'm trying to think back if there's any other classics that really got me like this one. And I love this book so much. And right now, hold on, there's a Tigger right here. Hi. He is all up in my lap. So I got to page 164 yesterday. Still have quite a bit left. All right, I gotta put you down, Tigger. It's too hot. I just got done working out and outside. It's really hot out there. But Tigger still wants to be in my lap. Okay, so I also picked up More Than Memories by N.E. Henderson yesterday, and I read the prologue and the first chapter because this is one of the books from the Have I Read It Yet series that I started, and this is gonna be now like lower priority on my list for what I'm gonna read in August. I haven't really gotten to the like meat of the story yet, but I'm not a fan of the writing. It's, I don't know if this is maybe their debut novel or what, but it almost feels like very novice kind of writing. So yeah. But this is supposed to be about I guess a woman who, or a girl like right before graduation or right around graduation, had an accident or something, and her boyfriend thought she was dead, but turns out she wasn't, but she can't remember herself or anybody else. I'm also reading The Other Wes Moore by Wes Moore with Xander, and we're currently on page 46 of this. And it's actually shorter than I thought because there's like a big resource guide in the back and a call to action, which we'll probably read that. But the actual story is only 183 pages. Oh, actually, that's with the afterword. The actual story is 180 pages. But this is about, well, two Wes Moores. They both grew up in the same kind of area of, I think, Baltimore. And they both had very similar lives growing up. And where our author, let's see. It says, two kids named Wes Moore were born blocks apart within a year of each other. Both grew up fatherless in similar Baltimore neighborhoods and had difficult childhoods. Both hung out on street corners with their crews. Both ran into trouble with the police. How then did one grow up to be a Rhodes Scholar, decorated veteran, White House fellow, and business leader, while the other ended up a convicted murderer serving a life sentence? Wes Moore, the author of this fascinating book, sets out to answer this profound question. In alternating narratives that take readers from heart-wrenching losses to moments of surprising redemption, the other Wes Moore tells the story of a generation of boys trying to find their way in a hostile world. And when he received his Rhodes Scholar, and he went, like, his Rhodes Scholar award, and he went to, I think, Cambridge or Oxford. I think it was Oxford, over in England. And he remembers in that same newspaper, on a different page where his award was written. Tigger is shaking the tripod. There was also an article about this other Wes Moore who had just been arrested for his part in an armed robbery where the person ended up killed, and now is spending his life in prison. And it's really interesting so far. Xander and I are both enjoying it. I also picked up Sleepy Hollow and Other Short Stories by Washington Irving, and I'm only on page 8 of this because I know the story of Sleepy Hollow. I like the story of Sleepy Hollow, and I'm seeing it in my head. Like, I remember the animated version, and I'm like seeing this in my head as that, but the writing is, it's like the wording is kind of hard to sort through. It's, well, I guess the language is what I'm referring to. Here's an example. This name was given, we are told, in former days by the good housewives of the adjacent country from the inveterate propensity of their husbands to linger about the village tavern on market days. Be that as it may, I do not vouch for the fact, but merely advert to it for the sake of being precise and authentic. I mean, it's not bad, it's just, yeah, it just takes a little, I have to read it slower, and some things I have to read over and over again, so that's why I'm only on page 8. Plus, it's very densely packed. Sleepy Hollow's only, Tigger, you got to get down. Let's see, Sleepy Hollow's only like 28 pages. But then we have Rip Van Winkle, The Spectre Bridegroom, The Devil and Tom Walker, The Pride of the Village, and Old Christmas. I mean, I'm hoping I can get through this because I want to read all these stories. It's just, it's a slow read. Other than that, yesterday my day was pretty much spent editing, which is going to be a lot of today as well. But Marty and I also watched Insurgent, which is the second in the Divergent series, because I just recently read all of those, and I wanted to watch the movies. And I knew I had watched the first one. I didn't think I had watched the second one, and I'm almost positive I haven't watched the third. But as I was watching the second one, for the most part, I didn't remember seeing it, but Marty was like, haven't we seen this? And then there was like a certain part when they went into Candor, and I was like, yes, we have seen this. I remember this office and all of that. So who knows, maybe I did see the third movie and it was just that long ago that I don't remember it. But don't know when we're gonna get around to watching the third one. But like I said, today is gonna be a day of editing because I have to get last week's vlog edited because I haven't done that yet. So I may not have anything more to vlog for today. So I haven't completed anything for the N.E.W.T.s yet. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna end up vlogging anymore just because I'm gonna be busy the rest of the day. So I think I'm just gonna end this here and make anything that I do complete end up being my first full week of the N.E.W.T.s in next week's vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!